Leadership is the single most important factor in your company's success. Strong leadership drives growth, improves productivity, and retains top talent. But right now, something isn't working. Your leaders are struggling to scale with your company's growth. Your high-potential employees are leaving because they don't see a clear path forward. Your teams are underperforming and engagement scores are slipping. And the worst part? You've already tried leadership development programs. You've spent thousands, maybe even millions on training, coaching, and workshops. And yet the results? Short-lived at best. Leaders attend the sessions, feel inspired for a few weeks, then go right back to old habits. No lasting change, no measurable impact. And when you present these results to the C-suite, they ask for proof, real data that leadership development is driving business outcomes. But you don't have the numbers to show them. So once again, leadership development gets pushed aside as a nice to have instead of a business necessity. And in the meantime, the same problems keep hurting your company. Bottlenecks in decision making, teams working in silos, managers who aren't prepared for leadership roles, and worst of all, your top performers, the people who should be your future leaders, are leaving for companies that offer them a clear leadership path. Here's the reality. Companies that fail to develop strong leaders experience a 37% higher turnover rate than those that do. They see a 15% drop in productivity due to ineffective management, and they lose 12% of potential revenue growth because of stalled decision-making and missed opportunities. This isn't just an HR problem, it's a business problem. And if you don't solve it, the consequences will be severe. The cost of losing just one top performer can be 6 to 9 months of their salary in lost productivity and recruiting costs. Multiply that across multiple leaders leaving each year, and the financial impact is massive. You can't afford to keep losing talent, but the problem isn't you. It's not your team. It's not even the concept of leadership development itself. The real issue? The outdated, one-size-fits-all approach that most leadership programs use. Most leadership development programs focus on theory, not real-world application. They teach generic strategies that don't align with your company's unique challenges. They don't provide ongoing reinforcement, so leaders fall back into old habits. And worst of all, they don't tie leadership growth to measurable business results, so you can't prove ROI to executives. That's why traditional leadership training fails. And that's why, if you keep relying on the same ineffective methods, nothing will change. But what if leadership development wasn't just another expense? What if it was the driving force behind your company's growth? Imagine having a leadership system that not only develops top talent, but directly increases productivity, revenue, and retention. Imagine being able to show your C-suite hard data, proving that your leadership programs are delivering real, measurable ROI. And imagine finally breaking free from the cycle of ineffective leadership, where teams operate smoothly, where high-potential employees stay and grow within the company, where leaders at every level are empowered to drive results, solve problems, and create lasting impact. That future is possible, but only if you have the right system in place. That's exactly why we created the Leadership Impact System. Unlike generic leadership programs, this system is built to drive measurable business results, not just temporary inspiration. Here's how it works. 1. Cognitive behavioral coaching, transforming leadership from the inside out. Most leadership training focuses on surface-level skills, but real transformation happens from within. Using cognitive behavioral coaching, we rewire leadership behaviors at the core, so leaders don't just learn, they change how they think, make decisions, and lead teams. This means long-term transformation, not short-term motivation. 2. A data-driven, ROI-focused approach. Every part of this system is designed to tie leadership development directly to business performance metrics. That means you'll finally have the data to prove that leadership growth leads to increased productivity, retention, and revenue. And when your C-suite sees those numbers, securing buy-in for leadership development will never be a challenge again. 3. Ongoing reinforcement and real-world application. Most training fails because it doesn't stick. But this system includes continuous coaching, accountability, and real-world application exercises, so leaders actually apply what they learn long after the training ends. And the results? A 14% increase in workforce productivity, a 12% boost in revenue growth, a measurable reduction in turnover because leaders now know how to engage and retain top talent. This isn't just theory. Companies across industries, including AI, manufacturing, healthcare, and cybersecurity, have already implemented this system and seen massive results. In fact, 86% of leaders who go through this program report measurable improvements in leadership effectiveness and team performance. Imagine this, your future with a strong leadership pipeline. Imagine a leadership pipeline where high-potential employees see a clear path to leadership, keeping them engaged and committed. New managers develop real leadership skills instead of just being thrown into roles professionals unprepared. Senior leaders drive strategic initiatives with confidence, without bottlenecks or inefficiencies. And imagine having the data to back it all up. So when the C-suite asks if leadership development is worth it, you don't just say yes. You show them the hard numbers that prove it. That's the power of a true leadership transformation system. And that's exactly what the Leadership Impact System delivers. If that's something you're interested in, click the button down below. You'll be taken to a page where you can answer a few questions and book a time to meet with someone from our team. I'd like to congratulate you on taking the first step toward building a leadership pipeline that drives measurable business results. So tap the button below and book a time with our team now, because the cost of doing nothing is far greater than the investment in getting leadership right.